Okay, guys, another trade breakdown for you. We're going to be looking at golds today. I'm just going to break this down. So, before we actually move on, I just want to show these two images. Okay, in an ideal situation for our setups, what we like is we build up the Asia session range, we come out of the Asia session range, taking something to the left, like a previous day's low or something like that, and then we have a breaker structure, and then we get in, and then we cycle higher, take our Asia session range, and look for the previous day's high, etc. But sometimes you're going to get situations like this where we actually induce in the Asia session range. So it doesn't come out of the Asia session range and then induces. It actually does it in the Asia session range where now we've got this new day and is actually taking out this previous day's high. So again, if you haven't gone through this, definitely go through it. Again, understanding the high and lows of the days and the cycle within the Asia session range is very, very key to exactly what we do. So as you can see with gold, we've got exactly this, where we induced the previous day's low, and also we had sell side liquidity, I believe, right here. I checked this literally the previous day. So yeah, we had sell side liquidity. So this was the low the previous day, okay. And then during just before the market closed, I think what time was this? 6:20. We actually took out that low, and I was looking at this thinking, can there be potential buys? But again, very late in the day, not something I ideally like to look for. So I was like, no problem. I'll wait until the morning. We'll see what happens. So lo and behold, again, now is basically 12 in the morning. Now we're gone at this high 1:30 in the morning. Okay. Now we're waking up and now we're seeing all of this. So as soon as we went to sleep, okay, UK time, you can see this is now induced in the Asia session range. It's taken out this low. This was the previous day's low. It's now induced that in the Asia session range. Again, very, very similar to this picture. It does it in for Asia session range. So now we know we don't really need to wait for this whole cycle to happen. We don't need to come out of the Asia session range, wait for it to induce, then wait for the breaker structure, and then we take our trade because it's already done it in the Asia session range. So as you can see, Asia session range, we've taken out the previous day's low. Okay, boom. So now I know this low doesn't need to be taken out. We don't need to come out and then take this out. So as price is doing this thing, we've come out Frankfurt open, okay, 7 o'clock right here, and then we've come lower. So now I know this low should be protected. We shouldn't really have to go lower than this. Okay, it could still happen, but more than likely it shouldn't have to go lower than that. And then what else did we get? We got a break of structure from here. Okay, this is the highest point before it broke this low, right? Okay, so now we've got a break of structure, which was also derived from creating equal highs. So this is the highest point before it goes down, taking out this low. So once I know this high is now violated, we've now got a break of structure. Okay, from here to here, you can see this one's clearly higher. We've now got a break of structure. So now if we get our fibs and do like an old school kind of measurement, and again, we already know within these areas are discount areas. Again, obviously 89 is the best. We've got 79 and then you've got 71%. Those are the three key levels that I like to look for. Okay, so when I'm looking at that, I'm like, cool, we've broke structure, we're coming back for a retracement. Perfect. Okay, we fill this gap, we've done what we need to do. So now I'm interested in this area. I'm thinking we've reacted off this candle right here. Okay, reacted off this candle right here. Beautiful. That's all we need. Okay, so when I'm looking at that now, again, what have we got? We've got sell side liquidity got taken the same day. Then in Asia session range, as the new day, we've taken out medium inducement, the previous day's low, and then we've broke structure. So I've got three confirmations there so far, and then we add four where it mitigates this candle. So now straight away, I'm thinking, oh, there might be a trade opportunity at hand right now. Okay, there might be a trade opportunity. So what am I looking for now? Okay, this is the next high I'm looking to get violated because it takes out this low, right? Okay, so I'm like, cool. If this is going to break structure, I need it to break this high. Let's just hit play a bit. Okay, it does that. Again, key timing. It's now London session, 8 a.m. This is the best time to enter. Again, Frankfurt creates liquidity, and then London comes in, and usually we might take it as liquidity, but I already know this low, wherever it was, is protected. So we don't really need more liquidity to be taken. So now I'm just watching for clean breaks to say, cool, where can I potentially enter from? Okay, price is doing this thing. I know we have a broken structure here, but there's no clean entries except for this gap right here. Okay, that's the what I was looking at initially when price was in and around these areas. But then as you can see, when price started developing, we now started filling all these gaps. So there's still nothing clean here. I'm just waiting, chilling. Okay, it starts coming around these areas, and I'm thinking, interesting. I'm still waiting for something to happen. So now, again, what am I looking at? I'm now looking at this high. I'm like, cool, there's nothing here except for this. But now if this high gets violated or these highs get violated and we then create a gap, then I'll be very interested in this trade. So what am I waiting for? Waiting. It comes lower than that. I'm still not seeing anything. I'm like, cool. So now you can see why this is drawn. Okay, now you can see again, this is the latest low. So before this one was created, I was looking at this one, right here. And then this one got created. So now I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, cool, if we're going to get any buys, I need one of these highs to be violated. So price is doing its thing, still doing its thing. And then now I'm seeing this gap forming. And then I see this high get violated. And I'm now rubbing my hands. I'm like, perfect. This is exactly what I've been waiting for. Because yes, we could have taken this gap in here. This would be the extreme order that we would have loved, but it didn't come down that low. And then now we violated this high. And this is all happening in a 1 minute time frame. So it's happening very, very quickly. So now we violated this high. We've got a gap in here. And now I'm looking for price to cycle higher. Why? Let's just take a step back. What have we already done? Why did we even want to buy in the first place? It's because we've already done the cycle of taking out the previous day's low. We've broke structure to the upside. So now we know we should be in for buys. And then what's the target? Taking out Asia session high, right? And if we want to go even further higher, I mean, we've got a lot of space to do that. But firstly, let's just target the Asia session highs. And again, that will give us I mean, our 10 to 1 was at, obviously it was 13 pip stop, which will give us 130 pips TP. And then obviously I just wanted to go for a nice 200 pips just to, well, just for vibes. Okay, so that's the target. So now when we go back into the 1 minute, we've got our entry. Okay, we've got our entry, we've got our TP areas in mind. So again, interesting areas that we're interested in. Okay, boom, we've got the gap. So again, usually I just measure up my entry with the gap and the candle. So that's why I always do it like this. But again, if I wanted to be more specific, I can actually draw it like this, where I'm focusing more on that candle. And then I draw, again, just this other box to just basically indicate IPA FVG area. Okay, but more often than not, I just literally cover the two with my green box, which is why you see it like this. So again, boom, we've got our entry right there. Our stop loss just goes below here. And just to round things up, I put at 13 pips. It was like 12.5 or something like that. So I just rounded it up at 13 pips. Again, you have to account for spreads, right? So boom, there you go, your entry. Okay, we've got a gap. We've got that down candle. We've broke structure. And now you just put your buy limit. And now you just wait. Okay, it does its thing. Okay, comes quite close to stop. I actually thought this might hit stop. And then we might actually come for this lower one. But then I think it goes up and then comes down one more time. Okay, yeah, boom. And then now I'm thinking, cool, surely you have to go up because now you've broken and taken out, engulfed this high. So I'm thinking, cool, you have to go up now. Okay, then price starts sifting up. We break this high. This is where I'm rubbing my hands thinking, yes, we've broke structure again, similar to this. So potentially there might be one more pullback into here, but hopefully not. We just get a clean ride and then price starts cycling up. Okay, we chill here for it. Boom. There's our 10 to 1, which is 130 pips because we had that 13 pip stop, right? And then again, 200 pips. Again, we got very close. And then instead of playing around, playing games. Okay, I think it was literally playing games all this area. And then, yeah, we got very close here. Okay, narrowly missed it. And this is when I told the team to basically just take most of the profits off the table and then let's not be greedy. And then I think later on that time, it literally comes up and actually completes the move again, playing around a lot, right? So was it this high that finally done it? Okay, yep, still not fully complete. Okay, but we do finally get it right there. Okay, boom. So now we've got 200 pips in the bag, all from understanding just the daily cycles, understanding what we like to see. Okay, understanding that it's not always picture perfect. Okay, but then if it's not picture perfect, we already understand why things are happening. So again, very very interestingly, just study these Asia session ranges and understand why things happen around the midline, if it's taken at the low or taken at the high already, the whipsaw. Again, all of this is all here for you. Okay, all of this is all here for you. You just need to study it and understand and see it time and time again. Okay, because once you do understand it, you're able to capture trades like this and it's just clean. Okay, it's literally just clean, like literally nothing to it. Again, small risk, a big reward. What more would you want, right? So yeah, that's that breakdown. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you got more insight and hopefully you can actually implement that moving forward and catch better trades. Until next time, guys, take care.